Hello there, good people. Welcome to It's a Shaw Thing. I'm your host, Rob Shaw, here to talk a little fantasy football. Time to go over the FoxSports.com Quick Challenge Salary Cap Edition, which means every week we start anew. We draft up a quarterback, a wide receiver, a couple of running backs, tight end, kicker, all with $100. So let's go over who are the best picks for this week, at least in my opinion. If you disagree, feel free to email us, fantasycontent@opensports.com. We start off with the quarterback position. I know he's a disappointment for Washington fans, but Jason Campbell actually having a decent fantasy season. He's got a career-high 17 touchdowns so far, and what have you done for me lately? Just about everything. 7 touchdowns, 3 interceptions over the last 3 games. Jason Campbell going against a defense of the Giants that isn't looking too sharp against the pass, to say the least. We next move on to the running back position. The guy I'm going to go with is the same guy I rode last week, and that was Jamal Charles of the Kansas City Chiefs. He was fantastic with over 140 yards rushing and 5 consecutive weeks now with at least 1 touchdown. So Jamal Charles is my pick there. Also, I like Thomas Jones of the New York Jets. I keep on saying he is the Jets' offense. It proved to be the case once again. They had Kellen Clemens at quarterback, which means put the ball on the ground. Even with Sanchez there, they put the ball on the ground. Mr. Jones is on his way to a career season. Good for him, about 30 years old. Next, we move on to the wide receivers. Steve Smith. No, not that Steve Smith. The other Steve Smith. This one of the New York Giants, which is pretty much the one all of us fantasy managers think first of this time around. This guy's been fantastic. Look at his numbers so far. He's got career highs. 85 receptions, over 1,050 receiving yards, and he's still got a couple of games to go, 5 touchdowns as well. Steve Smith, maybe not with the big plays of the Hakeem Nicks or anything like that with all that athleticism. Instead, this is a guy that's a solid short pass option, which means a lot of frequency there. Again, the ball very often. We move on to another wide receiver. How about Joshua Cribbs? And this is where I cheat a little bit. He's listed as a wide receiver in every fantasy league, but in fact, they're moving him and transitioning him to become a running back now that Jamal Lewis is out for the year and his career is over. So Joshua Cribbs, one of the more talented players in the NFL, is soon going to be a running back. He had 8 carries last week, had over 80 rushing yards. Again, I'm sneaking him in there at wide receiver. And finally, at tight end, Kevin Boss of the New York Giants enjoyed a very nice week. He had over 70 yards receiving, or he had 70 yards receiving with a touchdown, 7 receptions on the season career highs. And again, feel free to email us, fantasycontent@opensports.com.